Hi everyone! Recently I tried an experiment putting sand in my Gigaminx in the hopes that it would make it better. Like, maybe it would, just sand down the pieces so that they wouldn't lock up as more, and maybe it would turn smoother. But of course I didn't record an intro before actually doing it, so that's what I'm doing right now, recording an intro. So, did I completely fail at the experiment? Did it turn out to be a miraculous success, that it's as good as my V-Cube 5, or did it just not do anything at all? Well, that's what you'll just have to find out through this whole documentary that I recorded. The next clip will be me out in my mom's garden gathering some dirt for the sanding process. Okay. Believe it or not, it was 40 degrees colder just a few days ago. It's like 18 degrees out and it got like 27 below. Okay, so here I go. Frozen ground. Good grief. Phooey. I suppose if I just ground it up, it'll be fine. Yeah, hopefully this will work out. Alright, so now I am in my family room next to our wood stove right here. Which usually runs continuously. We use it more than our furnace, actually. So I brought it in here for the dirt to dry. So yeah, it should all be dry right now. And my whole reasoning behind just to get this to work is it seems like the friction in the Gigaminx is still a bit high. So I think if I can reduce the friction, which is what I'm hoping this sanding will do, I will be able to tighten it more, which will make it more stable. Because, stuff like that doesn't happen. So, hopefully this will work. I've got... Where'd that... here it is. Clunk. So I've got this little thing so that I can filter out larger chunks. Hopefully I'll be able to grind this up into a nice fine powder that I'll be able to stick in this. So, and I am nervous about this, of course, but I rarely play with the puzzle, so I don't have much to lose. And I also posted a topic on SpeedSolving forums, and most of the feedback was negative, meaning they wouldn't try it on their own Gigaminxes, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the risk right here. So, yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Very nice. Look at that. Nice, fine dirt in there. Perfect. Because I want something that has a pretty high grinding powder, but not too much. Like, I've thought about toothpaste, but, I don't know. Okay, I think I have a good amount here. Let's see, how am I gonna open this up? I guess I'll just pop out some edge pieces, and I found a very good way to pop out pieces is just to rotate this inner layer and then just pop this thing out. Yeah, just twist it out. So I think I will just do that in a bunch of, in a lot of places around the puzzle, and then just start working it all in. Whoo boy! Alright. Here it goes. And it's done. There is still a turning back, but yeah, I could still wash the pieces out and such. Okay, so the time lapse would probably be boring, so I'll just get back to you after I'm done. Alright, so I put in, I put dirt in probably about 6 different places, so I'm just gonna put in this last piece, and start working it in. I'll bring it close to the camera, and I'll turn the exposure up so that you can see the detail of the puzzle. Alright, so now I got the backlight on, so here it goes. Woo-wee! Very, very stiff back. Gotta keep it on the camera. Oh yeah, it really is giving me a good breaking in feel. So, oh man, see, now this is the main reason why I'm doing this. It's just those pieces get caught on each other so easily. Alright, so I'll start working this in for a while and get back to you guys later. Alright, I've been working in the dirt for about maybe 20 minutes now, and it does have a great feeling that it's getting broken in. It certainly doesn't feel like it's getting worse. And right now, it feels like what's his name? Oscar? One of his puzzles? Oscar? I think that's what it was. That's the same guy who designed the 17 by 17. So, yeah, I think that's what his name is. But his puzzle, this feels like one of his puzzles. So, I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you what the effects are, like the scratch marks and such. There we go. Dirt. You gotta turn on the backlight. Oh, the backlight is on. Never mind. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. I can't see the screen. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. And the underneath of this. So, yeah, the dirt is certainly working the way I hoped it to be. Excuse me. There certainly doesn't seem to be any risk of wearing down the pieces so much that the plastic will break, you know, since the corner stocks and even these pieces have been thin. You know, there was some worry there on the forum site, but yeah, it seems to be progressing very well. Alright, so now I got it on the floor here, and since since it seems to be kind of clear on those edges there, I'm gonna turn this a little, add a little dirt, turn it a little, add a little more dirt and such. So, here we go. Sprinkle. Oh man, my hand gets in the way. Yeah. I hope that'll make you see better. So yeah, the more and more I work it in, the more I feel better about doing this whole thing. Like, my worries about it getting completely screwed up have faded a lot. The hand shadow gets a bit. Okay, so I'm going to do that a few more times to a few other layers, and get back to you later. Alright, so I've worked it in a good deal of time. Like, I would just read stuff on the computer, like, you know, new posts on the forum sites, and I would just, you know, play with this. So, yeah. So I think I've given it a good work in. I've had it cut a lot of corners. So now it's time to clean it out. I'd use the dishwasher, but I couldn't find any netting or something that would keep all the pieces in for these small pieces. So I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. Alright, a close-up so that you can see how the inside looks. Come out, come out. Whoop. There we go. Look at that. Can I get it? There. Poor pink core. So, yeah. Alright, so let's take out some more. Just to see what it all looks like. Whew. Really? Focus, please. There. Whoa. Yeah, it's falling off a corner. Alright, so here's what the corner looks like. And the stock looks like it's in perfect condition. In fact, it barely looks sanded. So, yeah, I guess there's just not much movement that goes on there. You know, not nearly as much as stuff that goes around on the base of this. So, or on the sides. So, alright, so let's finish taking this whole thing apart and throwing the pieces into the water. Turn off the backlight. So, don't want to throw the screw and spring in there, so Geronimo! I'll turn on this light up here. There we go. Oh man, just look at that. Oh man, that is way too hot. Cold water. Alright, this will be boring, so I won't record any time-lapse or anything, so I'll get back to you when I'm done cleaning the pieces. Alright, so I finished cleaning all the pieces off. I used a rag. I had to rub the inner parts of the pieces down to get all the stuff off. And doing that for all the pieces took about an hour and a half, so if you can't use the dishwasher. And I couldn't really clean the core anymore. Anyway, it doesn't look like it scraped it down that much. The dirt, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I am sure you know what I mean. But yeah, I put it down here in front of our wood stove to let all the water evaporate. So, yeah, I'll get back to you when I have it all assembled. I hope this does turn out pretty good, because it doesn't seem like that much plastic was ever scraped off, so I'm not sure. This may not produce any results at all, so this is probably good. I have the tensions relatively tight, because in order to assemble this thing, you have to have tight tensions. So, okay, now just to give it a feel. So, the bumpy feel certainly feels less, so that's a plus. So, I'm gonna pop out some pieces and start spraying the jig glue. So I'm counting on it to smooth down all of the marks from the dirt, because jig glue actually dissolves the plastic just a little bit, and after it hardens, it leaves it nice and smooth. So that's why some pieces can be bonded together. And yeah, but I don't want to spray all the pieces separately, because I want to get a lot of rubbing in so that it gets smoothed down to its maximum. So, oh, the Gigaminx, there we go, is always so much harder to assemble, so, okay, that's good enough for that kind of demonstration. I will continue lubricating it until it's thoroughly lubricated and get back to you guys. Alright, so I have lubricated it thoroughly, and I even took apart the whole puzzle, and just sprayed all the pieces individually, and then I just kept thoroughly spraying in jig glue into certain sections of the cube until I am almost sure I got every nook and cranny. So by the way, these are Cubesmith stickers, which look great. I love the colors, and if you'd like to see a whole time-lapse of me applying them, then just check out the video in the movie description. And the cube does seem to turn very well now, much better than before. It's still not nearly as close to my VCube 5 here, but it is better. It does seem to be better. But after I do a solve here, I'll know for sure. So in just this section of the video, I'll just fast forward through the solve and then give you my opinion about it, about how well it turns at the end. But I will also upload the solve in a separate video so that you can, just watch me doing a solve if you want to. So, and I set up a clock here just for the fun of it, just so that you can see the numbers flashing by during the time lapse. So, alright, let's get to it. Okay, so now that I've solved it, here's my reaction to it. So, do I recommend that you put dirt in your Gigaminx? Well, if you have some spare time on your hands, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Oh, yeah, I just recommend that you work it in a bit longer because, yeah, just, like, I worked it in for about a day, and so if you're working it in, go ahead and check the pieces and see if a bunch of plastic is come off. If there's just, if it just looks like scratches on the surface, then maybe you need to work it in a little more. So, I mean, don't worry about scraping off too much plastic, because then you can just, tighten it more. And the corner stocks don't seem to be affected at all. There just probably isn't any friction between the stock and the little edge pieces. So, yeah, it seemed to improve mine a little bit. It is slightly less annoying to solve. Like, I will solve it every now and then, but I'll probably be solving my V-cubes a lot more. So, yeah. And I love the Cubesmith stickers. Yeah, I already said that, but whatever. So, yeah, that was my whole experiment putting dirt or sand in my Gigaminx. So, yeah, that's it. Bye. A corner.
Bill, should we go?
Mom!
We're leaving and then you'll have total silence.
Ugh.
Oh, there's the tickety.
Just go!
Make sure you don't leave this door open at any longer.
Just go, just
then it frosts
go.
up, and right now it's
Just
lovely and
go, just go.
clear. Just go.